He was Denzel Boston.
Who was the best player to come out of Washington State in the last few years, Jordan?
Oh,
Jalen Thompson was my guy.
Huh.
I love
Jalen
Jalen Thompson. I
Thompson.
still love Jalen Thompson. I think Jalen Thompson's a stud. My neighbor was Frankie Louvu, so I would be.
You like them better than Jaden Hicks?
Yeah, I did actually. I thought Jalen Thompson was incredibly talented. I like Jaden Hicks a lot too. But I'm pretty fair with my WSU rankings. Like I've hated a lot of guys that ended up being really bad in the league. But I also will support guys like Asa Pule and stuff like that too. Like I got my fair share of them, but like most of the time, there's only a few guys that I really like. Like I didn't like Shao Smith Wade, and everybody started to jump on his hype train out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, Shao Smith Wade, yeah. Oh, look at that route.
Dude, disgusting.
Ran that thing hard, man. He ran hard on that. You see that? So like,
yeah. So because he knew he was getting the ball and it was on a deep one, but he definitely doesn't come off the same every time.
Yeah, he came off on that like look at him dig this out. Double move.
Yep.
He ran out of real estate. But the thing I like about Denzel though, big receiver, but he plays big, right? And I'm like one of my biggest pet peeve. I really hate big receivers that play small, right? Like you got all that size. I need you to put it to use. You know, big receiver, plays big, can high point the ball, 6'4", big frame, but he can play. He has versatility. He can play inside. He can play outside. I mean, this dude can, you can bring him into motion, reverses, even ran back kicks. So shows his versatility for a guy his size. And look at that, going up.
Yep.
These are the type of plays that he's going to, that when they turn on the film, this is what they're going to see. And they say, okay, this is the type of guy that you want on that outside, right? You hear Baltimore Ravens, Eric the Costa GM say, I want that outside X receiver. So they can do stuff like that.
Yep.
The strong hands going up, corner the end zone, fade routes, can just go get it, right? Like he's one of the real true X receivers in this draft, right? There are some guys with some size in this draft, but when you turn the film on, you don't see it. They just don't play in that with that type of size.
Okay, his blocking effort could use a little tweaking.
Yeah, I saw that. He just ran right. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna give him an excuse. Maybe he knew the ball was going left or something, so he just was like, "Oh, screw it."
Yeah, maybe that's it.
But yeah, these are the things that NFL scouts and GMs are watching on film. They're not just watching all your highlights and your touchdowns. They want to see what you do when you're not getting the ball. All right. This is a good attempt. Look at that. Getting the guy on the ground, Bill. You see that? Getting him on the ground.
Okay.
Physicality. He said, hey, you come my way, I got you.
Okay.
Denzel Boston is a guy I don't think people are talking about enough, right? They talk about Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon. I've been kind of driving that train. Carnell Tate has been getting some love. We kind of talked off air. I just don't know what the Carnell Tate thing is.
A lot of people projecting Boston into the late first. I see a lot of mid to late first on him. So
yeah. I see a lot of late first. I think he deserves to go probably a little higher. I think he probably will go higher once he goes to the combine.
Now exactly. Yeah. If he has a great day.
Yeah, if he goes and has a great combine, that stock is going up, baby. That stock is going up. Yeah. That's why I had to close it out. So they did that when I was showing the YouTube footage. So usually when if I'm doing all 22, they leave me alone. So hopefully they leave me alone. He's talking about the YouTube matrix. They shut you down. I think they got me for the McAllister highlight that we were showing.
Did they?
But yeah. So normally when I do the all 22 though, they leave me alone. They don't mess with me on the all 22. But you show that YouTube stuff, yeah, they come after you on that.
Oh yeah.
So I usually don't show YouTube stuff on here because they definitely will be like, no. Hit you with the Matumbo. No.
Right.
All right. You guys' takes. You guys know what I think about Denzel Boston. What do you guys think? Jordan, what's your take on Denzel here?
I like him. He's not like one of those. I probably not as high as you are, but I like him as a late end first round guy. I think he's going to be really interesting in the league. He kind of combines. It's funny. I was talking to somebody about this the other day because I was like,
Look at that block.
No, I really like Denzel.
Okay.
Woo-hoo, you see that block?
Okay.
Denzel's Boston. Denzel Boston is everything I wanted Polk to be.
Yeah.
Like the wide receiver who came out of here a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Polk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's kind of like a little bit of the combination of him and Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Like play style wise. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, like I wouldn't put him as like he's still in my wide receiver 4 in this class.
Who's your 1 through 3?
I still have Lemon, then Tyson, and then Tate. I still have Tate around. So
I have them opposite. So I have Lemon, I have Tyson, I have Boston, then I have Tate. I'm not as high on Tate as most people are. I have him as my 4th. I have Denzel in front of him at number 3. I put Tyson in front of Boston only because of the explosiveness, the just the ability, like when healthy, right? Just like his pure, just raw, just way he can explode when on the yards after the catch. Other than that, though, I love everything about Denzel Boston. I just think he's just an unbelievable athlete.
I'm actually pretty close to like Denzel Boston falling behind KC for me. But the thing is with KC is there's a lot more wide receivers that play like him in this draft class as opposed to play like Denzel Boston.
Right.
Yeah. I think Boston is just I don't see KC in front of him. I don't see many guys in front of him. I mean, again, he's the only one in this draft that has this size and that type of athleticism. When you talk about a 6'4" receiver being able to
blocking was looking really good, and then he got just dominated by the DB on that. What the
heck?
They let Jalen Thompson play 1 rep at WSU a year.
Like the guy that
they go out there and show him something.
You could see him reacting like, "Oh yeah, that was my guy. Yeah, that was your guy." Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
it's the 1 year the Wazoo had one of the worst secondaries I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they was getting cooked. But yeah, Boston's ability to play in the slot, play outside, be that big X or to be the big slot. He runs really good routes for a guy his size. And he has strong, body catching is one of my biggest pet peeves. But the opposite is I love guys who grab and snatch the ball with their hands. Guys who they have confidence in their hands, and you can tell because every time the ball comes near them, they're just using those mitts to just snatch the ball. You're going to need that in the NFL. You're not going to be able to survive in the league body catching. DBs are too good. They practice punching the ball out, and you see a lot of that. I hate to say it, Zay Flowers struggles with some of that, the body catching, and that's why there's a lot of fumbles and a lot of balls being punched out to the point where they're incomplete and things like that because he's letting the ball come into him to his body. Whereas guys like this, I'm loving it because when the ball comes anywhere in his area code, he's hands extended, snatching the ball and tucking it. So absolutely love that about him. I love the same thing. It's the same reason why I love Ted Hurst as well. He's a ball snatcher. Pause. But he I just realized what I was about to say. That sounds crazy.
He didn't exactly put him in the back there, but he at least got in the way. Like his guy was impeded by him as a blocker on this one. He gets in the way. Made him go around him.
And the NFL wide receiver coach is going to preach blocking on the perimeter when the run game. They're gonna hammer it into his head until he just doesn't want to hear it anymore. Right. I definitely see he has the ability though, right? Like when he wants to do it, he can do it, right? And
I noticed that it's sometimes here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at it there.
That's what I'm saying. So it comes and goes. It comes and goes. Where he's like, all right, I'm about to give it all I got, and then the next 2,
I'm gonna give it some of what I got,
and then I'm gonna give it some of what I got. While this is on real quick, before we go to the next thing, what do you guys think about Jonah Coleman? I know this is a weak running back class, but there are some backs in this draft I do like. What is your guys' comments on Jonah Coleman?
I was actually just about to talk about Jonah Coleman. He had a nice little play in this game a little bit
Yep.
early. Jonah Coleman's nice, man. I mean, like, he's just like a classic solid back. I don't think he's going to be anything special, but I think he's going to be like one of those RB2s like on your team for like ever. And he's just always making good production. Like, I like him a lot. He's definitely ingrained in like my top like 3 to 4 running backs. Mm-hmm. My real question now has been, how high am I putting Mike Washington? How brave am I willing to put Mike Washington up for? Because every time I watch Mike Washington, I like him more.
Oh, he'd be his guy on that one. He was wide open if the quarterback would have saw him.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Bill?
Yep.
He was open, boy.
Yeah. I think his stealing is like the Mendenhall brothers. Like Rashard Mendenhall to Walter Mendenhall, right? Like depending on how things work out for him, he could be one of them, whichever one of the Mendenhall brothers. I think timed speed will be interesting to see. He doesn't look like a guy that is just going to flat out, blow people's minds with speed, but he could help himself if he has a really good 40 time. But
I don't think he's going to be that fast either. But I think like in this class, it's fine to not be that fast because there's like a lot of running backs that will be fast in this class. And then once again, I reiterate, Mike Washington's going to run crazy fast compared to what people think he's going to run. And he's going to be scary, bro.
Right. But yeah, I think if he maxes out or whatever, he could end up being a Rashard Mendenhall type if he, like I said, maxes out. If he has a really good combine, if he works hard on some of the stuff where he can still grow into and things like that.
I like that inside out. So it kind of shows the versatility, right? He's called a fade route from the outside, and then here he is starting from the inside and running that out route from the inside, from the slot. Look at this, come open, and then he's got the body to shield off a defender, kind of like that power forward to be able to once you're on my back, you can't get around me. I'm 6'4", that arm length, like you can't get around him once he got you behind him. I mean, he's showing the whole bag in this game, but like I said, the vertical ability, the red zone ability, the slot outside in the X. He's showing some of the blocking. He's shown some where he needs to block more. But that's why I love to watch these games because, again, it shows you more than just the highlights. Obviously, you get to see what are you doing on a down in out basis.
That was like a 2.5 yard game, but it was very impressive. 2.5 yard game.
Yeah.
A lot of effort.
He broke like 4 tackles.
Yeah, he did. But it counts as 2 tackles because it's WSU. But I mean, like, not to also brag, but he's also doing this against incredible talent, like the only known Pac-2 dynasty ever.
There you go. Shout out to Boeing, the title sponsor of the Apple Cup.
Yeah.
Hey, did Washington State beat Washington in the Apple Cup when Cam Ward was there?
I think we beat him the year afterwards.
Okay, because that was Michael Penix's year too with the Odunze and those guys.
Normally what happens in the Apple Cup is the Cougs will be winning for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter they'll do the dumbest thing you've ever seen happen in your life.
What's the record right now between the Cougs and the Huskies?
I'm pretty sure. Oh my God, it's bad. It's kind of like the Generals, really, but 74 wins to 33 wins.
In this analogy,
74 to 33.
Yeah.
So in this analogy, then I guess the Globetrotters would then be the University of Washington.
No. We're the Globetrotters because we're the Pac-2 dynasty. You know.
Oh, okay, right.
The Pack 2 Dynasty is crazy.
Oof.
They got some really nice front four players, though. I don't know how the hell they found them, and none of them know how to be.
He said, "I don't know how they found them."
And none of them know how to be in a stance right. Is like the funny.
Or maybe they just
really terrible.
Developed them. They coached them. Yeah. Oh, look at that! Is that Coleman? Yeah, I think that's Coleman. All right. Okay. Set this up. All right. So, Bill, who was your edge rusher that you told us that you wanted to talk about?
So Mr. Givens from Southern.
I have him because I don't know if I got that.
CKELBY. He's the only Kelby you're going to find, probably anywhere. But if you don't find him, I can come up with an alternate.
Yeah, my database is deep, man. You can go way deeper than this database.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me something else. Give me someone.
I'll give you somebody else. Okay.
Okay.
Traveled by the Mantis. A little bit longer, honey.
What?
Okay, so I will give you instead. How about? Okay. Maybe not the talk of the Senior Bowl, but someone who got some buzz. He was Name Tucker from Western Michigan.
Okay. This is Jordan's. Why I'm looking for your guy. I'll go ahead and put Jordan. Or Mason Thomas. Take it away, Jordan. And who did you say, Bill? Who did you say?
Name Tucker from Western Michigan.
Yeah, you talk about explosive athletes. Like, there are cut-ups of R. Mason Thomas where they have him taking, like, his first step, and he's already, like, 2 yards ahead of everybody. Like, including the tackles, by the way. Like, the tackles' reactions aren't even fast enough. He is a really, really nice player, and I think people have just forgotten about him, right? Like,
the injury, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, too. But it's like, I remember like early on in this process, people had him like really high in the first round. And then like now it seems like people are like arguing for whatever reason if he should be a high second rounder, which is crazy to me because I think he's a stud, dude. I mean, like he, like I said, it's really just explosiveness, and like his explosiveness just like jumps off the table for me. I don't know. You got anything you want to add, Bill?
I'll be interested to see. One, if he's able to go through testing fully, and then I wonder what it'll actually weigh. He looks. I mean, obviously he wears number 32. He looks like a power back, like literally like a big running back, which is not always a bad thing. Oh, okay. I'm going to. Okay, how about Mr. Stephen Daly from Indiana?
Okay, I think I actually do have. Yep, I got him. Cool.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that's a great rep. Now the play.
Did you see that?
That's a great rep.
Let me run it back. I missed it. Hold on. Let's go back. All right, here we go.
He's just so explosive, man.
Yep.
He does have a nagging.
That rep was a great example of it.
Yeah.
Even though the play, like I said, went way away from him.
Yeah, he's so explosive, and his ability, like his play strength,
yes,
is bigger than his size would suggest.
Right.
Like he can split double teams just like that. He can power through offensive tackles. He can beat you with speed. He can go speed to power. He can stand up. He can put his hand in the dirt. I mean, he's just
even getting coverage reps out there.
Yeah, I've seen him. Zach or special. Yeah, so he I like him a lot, man. I like him a lot. He reminds me. It's funny because him and Cassius Howard have similar play styles, but I think Mason Thomas is better at it. Right? Like I think Mason Thomas is better at the play style in which him and Cassius Howard both have. I think he's a better. He gives.
Well, they threw him out of the club on that play.
Yeah, it was a rough one for him. How did Matt go out?
Oh, yeah, Matt may have gotten the hand solo treatment there.
During this time, our Mason Thomas was a really nice edge rusher. He had injuries literally every year of his career.
That's the why he's probably going to go. I still have him in the top 50, but that's probably what moved him out of the first round.
Yeah, and like I think what Matt was kind of alluding to with like pass rush skills is like our Mason Thomas uses speed to power like really well. And for like most people who don't know what that is, like basically like that first step being so explosive and using all of his strength to push in, but also like the quickness of the hands, the quickness of the movement. That's where our Mason Thomas gets me. I've always been a guy who's like really big on like quick hands. That's why I'm a huge Ruben Bain guy over like anybody in this draft. Actually, like he's my number one player. And it's literally just because he has such quick hands, and they're just incredible. Where you at it?
All right, there we go.
I think the other thing.
What happened was, I'm hardwired into the computer, but go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't put you off here.
Oh no, yeah. So like basically, like he's gonna come in a little bit shorter. He's had injuries like every year of his life, but essentially, like I just think he's so twitchy. And I was just explaining like what speed to power looks like, and like having I was talking about Ruben Bain is my favorite player in this draft because he has like really quick hands. I don't think our Mason Thomas has like super quick hands, but when he's bending, he always attempts to do something with his hands, which is like something I really like to look at when I see players. I like seeing people have a counter punch, right? So it's like your first move doesn't work. How do you adjust? Those are my favorite reps to watch any pass rusher on, not the ones where they just beat him right away.
No, absolutely. For me, I know when people study edge rushers, the first thing they look at is sacks, and they look at stats, and they look at the pass rush. One thing I'm looking at is like, how does he set the edge, right? How does he, does he have strong hands at the point of attack? Can he set the edge, a hard edge to allow to be able to turn a running back inside, right, to your linebackers and to your defensive linemen, because the pass rush thing, I just think if you're an edge rusher or whatever, you're a pass rusher, that'll come, right? The sacks will come, but if you can't stop the run,
right,
then it's gonna be a long day for you.
Sacks because those
it's gonna be a long day. Yeah, this is gonna keep running right at you, and then you'll get to the point where you become a liability and you won't even be on the field. So, being able to set the edge, that's what made Khalil Mack so just unbelievable coming out of Buffalo, was that like he set in a hard edge. Like he was like coming out of college setting that NFL like Terrell Suggs type of edge coming out of school, and you just don't see that a lot. Ruben Bain can absolutely do that. That's the thing I do love about Ruben Bain, is that like he has that grown man NFL ready edge setting ability. I think it helps him with his pass rush, actually, because the offensive tackle has to be ready for anything. They have to be. They don't know what's coming when those type of guys are coming at you. Is he bringing power? Is he bringing speed? Is he going to rip? Is he going to like whatever like what is he going to give me on every play? And you giving the offensive tackle a lot to think about.
See, the funny thing is, like, you can see it with him on pass rush reps, particularly, like not when he's trying to set the edges hard, but more when you're just trying to rush the quarterback. On those plays where he's just running straight, he is like a step ahead of everybody. It is insane.
Yep.
But there are certain reps where he just like literally he gets off the ball so quickly that the tackle is not even up from his stance yet. Like it's crazy. But the injuries are a big thing. One thing that I wish he also did a little bit more. Well, I mean, first off, like big blockers are going to knock him out. like at times, right? Because like he's a smaller guy. He's coming in at like 6'2". He's much more of the speed rushing on that. So like a long guy's gonna take him out. The other thing I wish he did with like his game, is I wish that sometimes he gets a little too tentative when he's trying to set the edge. Like he'll set the edge and he'll have it perfectly up, right? And like the edge will be nice, but he'll be so focused on like controlling that spot on the edge that he won't go for it when he already has like an open lane to get the quarterback. But that's just nitpicking. That's something to be coached out of you.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, Bill, who do you think is the best edge in this draft? Who do you have as edge one?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm a little different from most people. I value things somewhat differently, but my favorite is Mesidor. He's not my number one. I love Mesidor. But my number one, I mean, I don't dislike, okay, I like a lot of them. And so in my top tier, you know, I've got all the usual suspects. I've got Bailey. I've got Bane. I really feel like, and I guess I'll just get into it. I feel like my particular tastes, my particular what I like and what I don't care for. And I'm glad you mentioned setting of edges, because a lot of teams care. I won't say they care more about that than pass rush, but it's at least 50% of what your job is in I would say most teams, and it's over 50% for probably 4 or 5 teams. And if you happen to also be a great pass rusher, that's like a cool little, cool, that's a bonus, right? The guys that I personally like, right? I mean, Bailey is my number one, but it's close. I am a big fan also of Cassius Howell. I have Bane sort of in that same tier, so Bane's my number 2. I like Gabe Yakis a lot, and he helped himself. I mean, he's right now my number 5. Mr. Tucker is probably right there. Like, I've been fighting. I guess I have at the moment I have Mesidor ahead of him. Now, Mesidor has a terrible combine, which, I mean, I think he's be a super great tester. And Romello Height also just missed. Like, this is a really nice group of pass rushers. Like, it's a really nice group of pass rushers this year. And for me, Arvell Reese is not a pure pass rusher. I think he ends up being one of those guys who's like a Sam who, puts his hand in the dirt on certain situations. That's how I see him, right? I don't think he'll ever be. I know people keep whipping out Micah Parsons as a comparison. Well, one, I don't think he's that kind of athlete. I think he's a good athlete, but Parsons been a 4.35, right?